my biggest flex is I never had to learn my worth from watching the internet. Like, I've never had to watch a Shira 7 video, Wiz Liz, or any of these other women. And no shade to the women who do, but I grew up with somebody who was way worse than that. My mom was such a boss. And I don't get it because me and my sisters used to always say she is such a bitch. Like, she was so mean. But it seemed like the meaner she was, the more a man was in love with her. We do not know what it was. Like, it's almost like she put a spell on these men. She would literally go to her husband's job, pick up his check, deposit it into her account, and then give him an allowance out of his own check. That's how much of a boss she was. She literally ran our household, but she didn't pay no bills. She always got houses, she always got cars, and the number one thing she used to say to me, because she was very blunt, is always make a man marry you. Do not shack up with a man. Women who shack up with men are stupid. Women who let men just get them pregnant are stupid. Like, that's how blunt she was. And for the longest, I was like, oh my gosh, she is so cruel. Like, who talks to a child like that? But I realized she was like really trying to set me up for life. And I honestly feel like for the longest, I had to learn how to love another person, like another man. Because for the longest, I've only seen men as like what you can do for me. You know how women go out in public and they're like, oh my God, he is so fine. He's so tall. He's so good in bed. I've never felt like that. I only start liking you based on how much you do for me. I started noticing I was different when I would hang around my friends and they'd be like, oh my God, look at that guy over there. He is so fine. Or they would be talking about celebrities or a football player or something. And I'm like, well, in my mind, I'm like, well, he's not giving you any money. So why do you care? And I know I got that mentality from her because she was about her money.
That shit is crazy.
Her mom did a great job of raising a bird. This is why I always tell you dudes, bro, if you want to find out if a chick is a bird, meet her mother. It never fails, bro. It's impossible for a woman to be a bird and raise her daughter into a virtuous woman. It's impossible, fellas. She don't even know that she's scarred. She never had a chance out here because she don't even know how to love a man. Her mom trained her. The only time you deal with a man is if he's paying. So that's a mindset. So she don't care how a dude looks. She don't care if he's handsome, if he's short, if he's tall. She's trained to go get that. Savage, bro. Yo, her mom raised her into a little thot. And she's sounding like, yo, man, I've been had game. And it's sad because she don't even know better. She don't even know that she is a thot. She don't even know that she's glorifying being a thot. There's nothing good about being a woman like you. You could only be a witch. Understand that. You could only be a witch because you don't even know how to love a man. Your mom stripped you of that. Sad, man. Fellas, this is why a man have to be very selective when it comes to choosing a woman to have kids with, bro. Because if you have kids with a bird, this could be a daughter.
Do you think it is backwards to have kids before marriage?
It
Me
is.
personally, I think it is.
If I can go back in time, I would still be a virgin to this day. I would have held my virginity till marriage. I don't care what nobody say. I love my kids, and I would have wanted my children just later on in my life. My kids, of course.
Capping the
But
reps.
You would have held your virginity to this.
I would have held my virginity to this day. I kid you not. Niggas is so trash. I would have held my virginity to this day. I would have been virgin to this day.
C-A-P. I remember vividly the day that she broke my heart. She didn't answer for about 8 hours. I was like, yo, fuck it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be with her. 3 days prior, I told Jake I don't even want to be in a relationship. I get home, I'm by myself, I get a text message basically ending it. The moment I saw that text message, my heart dropped. I go into survival mode of, let me try to save this relationship because I really love this girl. I have a college basketball game the next day in Manhattan, and I jump in the car and I call her. She answers and we're talking. I don't think she knows that I'm in the car, and I'm trying to figure out why she's feeling this way, why she's trying to end it. I get onto the Throgs Neck Bridge. I tell her, yo, I'm 30 minutes away. She lives in Jersey. I'm 30 minutes away, and she basically says, don't come. I don't think it's a good idea for you to come tonight. I don't want to see you. Text me when you get home. At that moment, I hung up the phone, called Jake. I was crying as I was talking to him, went home, went to sleep, couldn't sleep that night, probably slept about 2 hours, got a college basketball game the next day. I wake up, and you know the moment that you wake up from feeling some type of trauma, it's the first thing that hits you because now you snap back to reality. I get on the bus to go to my college basketball game. We're there early, so we're sitting on the bus 45 minutes early. I keep telling myself, don't text her, don't text her, don't text her. And I have no fucking self-control or no self-discipline, and I send her a text, simping. And now, I get into fucking layup lines and workouts for a college basketball game, the sport that I fucking dedicated my life to that I can't even focus on because a girl just broke my heart. I don't even put my fucking warm-up on. I sit there, I don't do any workouts, any warm-ups, nothing. I sit there with a blue t-shirt on, and I go back to the locker room 5-6 times during warm-ups, checking my phone to see if she answered my text message. My coach is in there writing on the whiteboard of the game plan, what we should do to win this game today. I keep going and checking my phone, and I don't even have a fucking sweat on my body. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm just gotta check something. And internally, I can't even fucking think about basketball right now. The only thing I want to do is see a text message with her name on my fucking phone screen. She never texted me. I play the basketball game. They're scouting me, and they're all in my face guarding me 94 feet the entire game, and a kid is fucking nose to nose with me, picking me up 94 feet, and I fucking headbutted him in his fucking face. And he fell to the floor, and they called a foul, and he got up, and he got in my face, and I said, yo, I'm not the one, not fucking today. Not today. It's the wrong fucking day. I had a terrible game because I wasn't there mentally. We lost the game. I got changed, and I got out the locker room as fast as I could, and I got to the elevator to get to the bus. And the one kid on the team that we didn't really get along. We never did. He looked at me, and I had fucking tears in my eyes. And he's like, yo, what's going on? And at that point, I mean, I had nothing left to fucking hide. I said, yo, my girl broke up with me. And he said, what happened? You cheated? I said, nah. He said, what happened? She cheated? I said, nah. He said, she just, I guess she just outgrew me. I had no idea what was going to happen. And I sat in the elevator with me and him, the one kid. We fucking beefed every day in practice, about to fight. We didn't fucking like each other, but we always kind of respected each other. I cried. Just me and him in that fucking elevator after a college basketball game, and I was sitting there with tears in my eyes. The next 6 months after that was fucking terror. I did Uber and I did DoorDash every fucking day because I just wanted to be with someone. I wanted to get out of my room, that all the fucking memories were in my room of me and her. I tried and I would have took her back, and she never fucking came back.
Fellas, here's the reality. If your girl breaks up with you out the blue and you haven't cheated, it's because she's either smashing another dude or she's dumping you for another man. And here's the reality. This is something every man have to go through. And it's better to go through this experience when you're young versus when you marry a woman and you're 20 years in. And it's why I tell you all dudes, bro, it's easy to get the pussy. Just don't fall in love. Everything goes bad when a man falls in love. His girl will start losing interest in him because he's in love. She's gonna think he's too soft. She's gonna think you're too mushy, but she's not gonna say it. But she's gonna feel it, because a woman have to lust you. She gotta look at you and be like, damn, I'm with him. You gotta keep a woman on her feet, bro. But once a woman figure you out and she realize like you're in love, because when she look at you, you got the puppy eyes looking at her. She's gonna lose interest, and that's just the bottom line. But this is something that every man probably will go through, but here's a reality. This is going to determine the type of man you are. You could either be strong or you could be weak. If you get emotional and then you keep begging her every day, baby, I love you, please don't go. Once you do that, bro, you're being emotionally weak, bro. And she's never gonna take you back, because the new dude who she's smashing, he's not saying none of that I love you shit. He's saying bend that shit over. He's clapping them cheeks. He's dog fucking her. He's doing something that you weren't doing. You were trying to spoon. You were in love. You were kissing. And that's why in situations like this, a man gotta be strong, bro. If your girl break up with you, focus on yourself, bro. Use that as a teaching moment, bro. Learn from it. Let it motivate you to get better. Whenever your girl dumps you, it just means you need to work on yourself.
You were dating your high school sweetheart for almost 6 years. You're holding it down for him while he's trying to make it to the NBA. He makes it to the NBA, so you move to another country to be there with him to support him, all while studying for your master's. One day, out of the blue, he breaks up with you, and then months later, he gets a white girl pregnant.
Snow bunnies, white girl, going through my mind.
This right here is crazy because here's the reality. She's actually showing the world why he broke up with her. Why is you on the internet telling your business? If I was your man, I wouldn't want to be with you neither. And here's the reality. The reason why he left you is because he thinks you're not wifey material. And that's okay. So what you need to do is work on yourself instead of being mad because he left you. He didn't cheat. He legit left you. He moved on. He felt like he found better. So instead of trying to be a victim on the internet, it's like get off the internet and work on yourself. Be more of a wife. And you wouldn't have to make videos like this. This right here is sad. She's just embarrassing herself. This is crazy.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.